Hi, this is Krista at The Secret Yarnery. Welcome to Crochet Podcast, episode 112. That's not going to help. It's a little dark out there. The power's out. On a good note, it is rainy season. It is raining, which is fantastic. So I'm super excited about that. It's so good. Tell you more about that later, why it's so great. But it's dark in here, so I think we'll go sit out on my balcony today where we can at least be in the daylight. Maybe. Okay. I guess we're going outside. I don't know what I need. So here we are upstairs on the balcony. Secret Yarnery is just over there. And this is a really great spot to hang out. It stopped raining, thank goodness. But it's still cloudy out there. If you don't know who I am, my name is Krista. Today I'm going to share with you my finished object and my whips, and also a yarn unboxing from the States. So finished object. A finished object. It's also kind of a whip because, well, let me show you. Cute. It is the Daisy Granny Square blanket, completely done, including one round everywhere. So this tutorial will be coming up shortly, soon, but it's also a whip because I'm working on the border. I have a great idea for a border, but I like to keep my borders as separate videos just because you can mix and match them onto whatever blanket. So I just put them all in a playlist for borders. And blankets are also on a different playlist. Those are down in the comments if you want to see all the blankets I've done or all the borders you can pick from. But a border is coming up on this beauty. I have sewn in some of my ends, but I still have some ends to sew in. It's so wet I can't even, maybe I can put it here if you can see a little bit of it. It's real pretty. Is it getting sunny? I'm feeling some sunshine. That would be great. So that is my finished object, quote unquote, the blanket part of it, just finished this morning. And what I am working on I know, it's like whip mania, right? I'm still working on the granny squares for the sweater. I didn't bring them out here, but I'm still adding them row by row. Also, a mitered granny square. So that you can join together in any which way you'd like. You can do them as diamonds, you can do them together to make bigger squares, you can match them up. You can also do a larger square if you do granny squares in a line, like the line granny square in between, and you can make like your own little box joined up of granny squares. This is a super easy, fun, quick granny square to make, and it is really a lot fancier than what the regular granny square is, but just as easy. So I'll be doing a tutorial for this coming up shortly. Also, in that same theme, working on log cabin. There was a request for a log cabin granny square, and I didn't start out great. This is the first one I made, but I made some mistakes on it. If you can see what I did, quote unquote, wrong. It's not really wrong, but I should have done the second row in white instead of the second row in green so that the color came out to this corner and out to that corner. So I saved it just to show you the difference. But how I like them is with the color all the way out, top and bottom. You can see what I did different there. This is the one I like. That was my first version of it. So I have a big plan for this. I'm making 24. I'm going to do a tutorial showing you how to turn these sweet little log cabin granny squares into an amazing and easy lapgan blanket. I don't know what size it's going to be. I'm doing 24 of these, so I think 4 across and 6 tall. So yeah, probably lapgan size. Those are the Dobermans next door. If you heard them, they're gorgeous. Can't see them though, but they're so pretty. Oh, there we go. There's another one I did. So these mitered granny squares, you can join like that. You can join them like this, whichever way you like. You can even do like a diamond pattern, or the other way around, like teardrops going up like diamonds. So many options with these granny squares. Another suggestion I have, a mini tip of the week, not my real tip of the week. Oh, I forgot tip of the week. Okay, here's tip of the week. Tip of the week is how to add a border onto your joined granny squares that doesn't mess up your stitch count. So your border will lay nice and flat. So every time you get to a join, this counts as 3 double crochets, just 1 shell. So we're not going to put a shell into this side and a shell into that side. We're going to do 1 shell divided over both of these spaces. So to do that, 1 double crochet into that first corner space. Wrap your yarn and start your second double crochet into that same space, but leave it on your hook. So leave those last 2 loops on your hook. Now find the center on the other side of the join. Wrap your yarn and start another double crochet. So you'll have 3 loops on your hook. Wrap your yarn and take off all 3 loops. And 1 more double crochet into that same corner space. So that gives us 3 stitches along the top, and it evens out our join right here. Then when you're working into your granny squares for the next row, or even if you leave it just like this, your blanket will lay nice and flat. You won't have any extra stitches where your join is, and your stitch count will be just right. Tip of the week part 2. When you're doing your granny squares, make an extra in Christmas colors. Eventually, in a year or 2, you'll have enough granny squares to just join up and have like a free granny square Christmas blanket without any extra effort. That was 2 tips. That was a double down. Now I also want to congratulate the winner from last week's podcast. Congratulations to Marcel Morrison. Congratulations, Marcel. Send me an email, krista@secretyarnery.com, and I will email you a copy of my latest pattern. If you'd like to win a free pattern, keep watching and I'll tell you how to do it. Sigel, you too. Apparently I forgot to email her pattern years ago, so send me another email and I will send you out a pattern this week. Now, before we start unboxing all of this great yarny goodness from Amazon and Walmart, I just want to thank all of my channel members. Thank you so much for your support and helping me make more videos. So Amazon arrived. I don't order Amazon a lot. Maybe I do, I don't know. Maybe 2 or 3 times a year. I want to order again, maybe for Black Friday if there's any good deals, but right now there's nothing I need from Amazon. My freight forwarder has a minimum of 25 kilos, so I order like a bulk order every now and again, kind of like I order yarn. So this is one thing I ordered. It is a new color wheel set. There are 3 color wheels in there apparently. A different kind. The kind I have is not available, so I saw this cute one and I was like, let me try that. Oh yeah, 3. So this is the one very similar to the one I have. Different brand, same idea. That's one of the color wheels. The other big one has more options. Oh, I think this is more for mixing. Oh, this is a guide for mixing colors. Yeah, I could have just read it. This one is for mixing your colors. So this is more for painting. But you could also use it to find the shade of yarn you have. If you can't find your yarn on this color wheel right here, you could look on the mixing one and maybe you could find that shade, more of like a mixed color, and then also just use it the same way, look straight across. Let me open it up. That looks fun, right? I love a good color wheel. So you get all 3, I want to say $12. It might be $12.99, it might be $11.99. It was something like that. They feel papery, they don't feel as good. This doesn't feel as good as my other one. It feels like paper. Now let me get over to my favorite colors. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this has a lot of different shades that could be yarn colors. See all those like different shades, tints, tones, and shades. That's kind of neat. I would use this the same way. So say if you were looking for this sagey green. Oh, that kind of looks like the green for my Bloomscape cowl, doesn't it? So if you were looking for colors to go along with that, you'd probably look right down there. Do you think so? I guess, but they're all a bit dull. But it would be the same color. So you would match your tone to tone, so the same ring to the same ring on the other side. Just following these arrows here. So straight across is your next color. My goodness. And then you could pick side to side for 3, or you could do 5. You just follow the arrows right here in the middle. So that's kind of neat. The other side, this is like adding different colors to a color already, so totally for mixing. But this side, I could see this being useful for yarn, especially for more of the mud mixed colors, the muddy ones. Let me open this one, see if it feels papery also. The one I had before, it's not available anymore. Felt more like laminated, a bit more plasticky. These are definitely paper, but this one's good. I will link this down below as well. Look at those colors. That's just inspiring right there. Uh-oh. It's starting to rain. I better hurry up. Get my paper ones. Oh, and what's this small one? Oh, this is a small mixing one. So you can keep that in your whip basket or something. That one I'm not going to unwrap because I'm not really going to be using it. It's cute though. That's cute. Okay, so those are my 3 new color wheels. Color wheels. Now I have a big bags of yarn right here, but I also have a box of more whip baskets. So these are my favorite size. These are also linked down below. They're just great for keeping everything together. You don't need a yarn bowl. It keeps your hook and your yarn and your pattern, everything all together. And what's inside my freight forwarder, bless her heart. Oh my gosh, that is really pretty. Tucked some yarn in there. Oh, so we have to unpack this so I have a place for my yarn. Oh my goodness. I ordered yarn. We're gonna unpack that one. Let me get some. So there's 6 of these that come in a big box. All kind of stuck together. They do stack. That happened. Okay, let me take them all out. So you get 6 in a box and they all stack. You can even have a small whip underneath them and stack them with your whips or works in progress in your baskets already. And you can kind of see in those little holes what kind of whip you have going on. See to the side, you can kind of see your colors and stuff. It is starting to rain. Okay, so let's see this yarn now. What did I get? Oh, I got Caron Simply Soft. So I shopped whatever was on sale. These were like $3 or $3.33 or something like that, $3.54. They were 3 something per skein, 141 grams or 5 ounces. I thought that's all right. They were really, really, really on sale. So that's why I bought them. It looks like, how many do I have? So there's 10 skeins of those beauties. It's raining. Okay, we're gonna go this side now. How's that? So 10 of the Caron Simply Soft. Colorway is Times Square. 100% acrylic, 5 ounces, 141 grams. Approximately 235 yards. or 215 meters. Where's hook size and stuff? Made in India? Made in India. I had no idea. I gotta find this factory. That's next on my list. Okay, well I love that. Where does it have hook size and stuff? Oh, that tiny thing. Does that say 5 millimeter? Can't see a thing. Oh no, that's for the pattern. Okay, here. One label for you, one label for me. So a 4 medium weight, 5 millimeter needles, 5 millimeter crochet hook, washing instructions. That's really cool. Machine, wash, and dry. Okay, so that's good. So I have 10 of these so far. I don't really remember. It's been a while since I ordered them. And now I have packages. So they didn't send it all in one, like all at once. Or if they were on sale, maybe they were on sale from different vendors. Oh, here's another one. So this is Super Saver pooling. Some color pooling yarn. Looks like it would be a lot easier to do than Gumball from Ice Yarns, just because the color change looks shorter. So I have 4 of these so far. Let me read about that. It's my first, is it my first Super Saver purchase? I think it is. Okay, so 1 ball for you, 1 ball for me. 5 millimeter crochet hook or an 8 hook. No, that's for the pattern. So confusing, they put pattern instructions on the outside of the label also. I just want yarn instructions. Okay, so yarn instructions. This is colorway Papaya. I will also link it down below. Made where? Imported and distributed by? Doesn't say. I'm sure it says somewhere. Okay, 1 yarn label for you, 1 yarn label for me. So it is a 4 medium weight, a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, 5 millimeter knitting needles. You can wash in warm water. You cannot iron it, and you can't is that dry clean the triangle? I'm not sure. 100% acrylic, 5 ounces, 141 grams, 236 yards, or 215 meters. Very cool. Made in the USA of imported fibers. That's cool. Coats and Clark. Okay, so 4 of those so far, but there probably will be more as we open more bags. There are 2 big bags and a small bag. Oh yes, this is more of the color pooling. So up to 6 skeins. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, another bag, small one. Yep, another ball of, that one's a bit more beaten, of color pooling. So that is 7 skeins so far. That's weird. Changed the battery on my phone, found a skein sitting on my table from when I unboxed everything. So there was 1 somewhere else, so now I have a total of 8. Getting closer to the right number. Now, 2 bags left. Look at garbage bags. 2 garbage bags of yarn left. Oh, that's a lovely green. So this is called Fern. Bernat Satin in Fern. So here's 12, 6 and 6, already in a bag, which I love. Somebody was like, how can you, it's so unenvironmentally friendly how you store your yarn, like buying all that plastic and keeping all your yarn in plastic. I'm like, all yarn comes in plastic. It just, most stores take it out. Oh my gosh, there is a little tiny yarn shop opened up at one of my local malls, Village Market, and they have Kenyan acrylic. And you know how I'm always like, it's so gross and like dirty when you touch it? They've taken off the labels. They haven't relabeled it or anything. They've just taken off the labels so they can sell it at a higher price. I'm like, that's actually quite smart. Just saying. Anyway, 6 packs of this. Yes, we have to, not 6 packs. 12, but I think I ordered twice. I think I ordered 24 because I was like, what if I really love it? And I do love that color so much. It's very close to the Kenyan acrylic I'm using anyway. Although of course it won't be as lovely. Yeah, this is the same. So 6 again and 6 again. So this can go into my inventory forever. So I have 24 balls of it. Now we have to open it up. It looks lovely. Oh, it's real soft. And quite thin, actually. You know when you like pinch it? It feels quite thin. Like it would go with Softly Baby. Softly Baby would be softer, but this would feel the same kind of weight to it. It would mix and match real nice. So let me see, one for you, one for me. So I have 24 of these. Such a lovely color. That is the color I wanted for my English garden, like English garden green, isn't it? Like sagey. I gotta put glasses on. I'm just it's sunny now, by the way. I moved in and now it's, well, I moved here. I moved 2 feet this direction. It's sunny now. Lord help me. Ooh, it's so pretty. Okay, hold on. One for you, one for me. So this is called Fern. No dye lot, size 4 worsted weight acrylic, 5mm knitting needles, 5mm crochet hook. Interesting. Care instructions are on the reverse of the label. 100% acrylic, 3.5 ounces or 100 grams, 200 yards or 182 meters. Bernat Satin, very interesting. Made in Canada with imported fibers. I love that. I want to go grab a Softly Baby just so we can like squish Softly Baby with this together to do like a side by side. I'm going to take one with me into the yarnery. Power's still out, so I can't take you with me. It'll be dark. Oh, I have such a mess to clean up. Let me tidy up my mess. Oh. I can see why Crystal, hi Crystal, does not like bags to get her yarn in. It takes kind of the fun out of it. Well, no, it didn't take the fun out of it, but it doesn't feel like well cared for. Do you know what I mean? It just kind of feels like, oh, let's throw it in a bag. I do like it for shipping. It saved me a lot of money for shipping, don't get me wrong. But if I didn't have to pay international shipping, I would be a big fan of getting things in boxes also. Let me go and grab some Softly Baby. You can enjoy the sunshine. All right, so I have Softly Baby and Bernat Satin. Softly Baby still feels like a bit bigger. Like you can't squish them down the same. If I push equally, to see how the Bernat Satin goes thinner, it feels a bit thinner also. Now, this is 100 grams. Thank you, Canada. This is 100 grams, so they're both 100 grams. Yeah, so Softly Baby is 210 meters. Oh, that's interesting. And Bernat Satin is only 182. So technically this should be thicker, but it's not. It doesn't feel thicker. By thicker, I mean like more body to your stitch. I would still use them together. They look quite similar, right? They would both be great for a baby blanket. There's a bit of a fuzz, more of a halo on the Bernat, where there is not that halo on Softly Baby. So that might be a factor. Very interesting, right? That just looks so pretty together. This satin is soft. It is soft. Softness, Bernat Satin might be softer. I don't know how it works out. Makes me want to do like a quick little sample. Yeah, Bernat Satin is softer than Softly Baby, and Softly Baby is like a butter. I wonder if this one splits. Softly Baby can split. Bernat Satin, has anybody used Bernat Satin? Does it split? It looks like it is wound very similar. Oh, well, that's interesting. So I have a whole bunch of this. I want to use it for whatever I want green for. I know in ice yarns, it is hard to find a good green when you need a green. So now I have a good green, although it does not totally match the rest of my collection. I do really love it. So that is it for my crochet loot, what I got from Amazon. That was exciting. I had to put these back in the bag. Oh, blue sky over there. Interesting packaging, right? You know how Ice Yarns makes them all tidy, cute little packs? This is kind of just haphazard, but cute. News of the week. Yay, news of the week, I love it. It's raining, finally. It's so good. There's been a drought, there's been no rains, we haven't had real rains for a while, and elephants are dying. Like, it's bad for the animals, bad for the wildlife. So if you don't know, I live in Africa, I live in Kenya, so rains are really good. They're supposed to come in October, by the 15th of October, so they're 2 weeks late, but it does look like for the next 2 weeks I'll be having rain, which is so good. My grass is all kind of yellow. Well, it's looking better. It rained twice, so that is really helping with the vegetation and all of the gardening stuff. And I have a new pet of the week. This little guy has been in my rose garden for a couple weeks now. We look for him, and sure enough, we can find him almost every time. So he just kind of hangs out and goes from plant to plant and is having a lovely little life there. So he's a cute little chameleon, just wild, living in my yard. And now it's time for you to win a free pattern. All you have to do is answer question of the week in the comments under this video, and also, have you subscribed to this channel? Go ahead and hit this button under this video right now so you don't miss out on any more fun stuff just like this. Yes, you have to be a subscriber to win. And question of the week is, if you could have any yarn in the world, no budget, we're not talking price, we're just talking poof, there it is, what yarn would you have? What is your dream yarn? For me, it would be a full color spectrum in all the gorgeous tints. Is it tints? Tints or shades? Yeah, I'm a tint girl. Mine would be all of the gorgeous tints in Savor. So if I could have all the gorgeous rainbow colors mixed with white in Savor from Ice Yarns, that would be perfect for me. I would use it all the time. I don't need anything fancy. I don't need Malabrigo. I don't need cashmere. I don't need anything fancy. I just need all the gorgeous tints of Savor. So let me know your answer in the comments down below. And next week, I'll be picking a random comment to win a pattern. So no stack in the back this week, no electricity in that room, so it's super, super dark. So stack on the back is on hold until next week, so I can have some electricity in that room, and you'll be able to see all the gorgeous stuff in that next stack. It is the blues. So good. It's like everything in there is so delicious, so I can't wait to share that with you next week. So I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I'm waiting for you in this video right here. Stay hooked.